All right, this week we'll be making our next stop in our tour of the Miyagi Cinematic Universe, The Karate Kid Part 3. This one is from 1989, hour and 50 minutes long, also rated PG from Columbia Pictures. This one introduces the characters of Terry Silver and the so-called tournament terror Mike Barnes. When Miyagi refuses to help him prepare for an upcoming tournament, an angry Daniel turns to a new mentor, unaware that a revenge-obsessed old enemy is setting him up. In this one, Miyagi and Daniel have just gotten back from their visit to Okinawa. This is when Terry Silver kind of comes into play. Spoiler alert, Terry Silver even goes so far as introducing himself to Miyagi and Daniel and saying that John Kreese is actually dead. And later in the movie, he sort of reappears to continue terrorizing Daniel. That's the thing that is probably the most unbelievable about this movie. Terry Silver really sets out to just torture Daniel as this elaborate revenge scheme to help John Kreese get even for the loss of his dojo, which has closed down after Daniel beat his best students and everyone saw that he was such a jerk. And the students left because they saw him attack Johnny after he lost. So Silver has Daniel thinking that he's a friend. He's getting him ready for the tournament. He has told him that Kreese is dead and gone. And then, surprise, Kreese is back. And he sort of joins forces with Terry Silver to continue really kind of terrorizing Daniel. So the biggest, most unbelievable thing about this is that Daniel and or Miyagi wouldn't have gone wouldn't have gone to the police. These are very 80s and 90s movies. You definitely have to suspend a certain amount of disbelief in order to enjoy them, like a lot of movies. In the first one, you had to play along with the idea that someone could train karate for only 6 weeks and then win a championship against a really experienced black belt. So you have to kind of put that aside. In this one, you've got to put aside the idea that a teenager being terrorized by a grown man and his hired goons wouldn't go to the police. In the beginning, Daniel has reluctantly agreed to not defend his title. He agrees with Miyagi that karate should be used for meaningful things and not just winning plastic trophies. Terry Silver and his goons basically force Daniel to agree to fight, all so that, again, he can be there in the tournament for Mike Barnes to beat him up, and Silver and Kreese can watch and enjoy the fun in as a means of revenge. Ralph Macchio said this was his least favorite Karate Kid role. It's probably my least favorite of the franchise. It's still just a fun, entertaining popcorn movie if you can kind of put aside your disbelief that this poor kid wouldn't go to the police. This one is probably not suitable for the younger kids due to the extreme level of bullying directed towards Daniel. There's a point where Silver is training Daniel to break a board, and while Daniel is trying to break it, he bloodies his hand, and Silver basically says, well, keep going. There's another instance where Daniel really badly loses his temper in a situation that is staged by Silver, and Daniel ends up in the story breaking a guy's nose, punching him right in the face, and there's blood all on Daniel's shirt. So it's a little more intense than the others, even though it does keep that PG rating. Per usual, come on by. Let me know if you think you're going to join so I can get a rough head count. Bring a blanket and a pillow, get comfy, bring your favorite snacks and drinks, and enjoy this very 80s popcorn movie.